Hello Humanoids, this is Hash Robotics and I am Harishankar. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. This video is not related to any robotic projects. I just bought a brand new Bambu Lab A1 3D printer for our YouTube channel. Now in this video, we are going to unbox and set up the 3D printer. The reason why I bought this 3D printer is a lot of people and young students are interested in building their own robotic projects, but they are stuck with the body parts. In order to make it easier, I just got this 3D printer. If you guys need any robotic projects or body parts, just reach out to me. I'll print the body parts and then I'll share it to you. So without any further delay, let's unbox and print our first 3D print. But before that, if you did not subscribe the channel for more robotic project videos. Like and share the video. If you have any doubts or suggestion, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you. First, let's unbox and see what's inside the box. First, there is a quick starter guide and the magnetic build plate in the box. Next is filament spool holder, which can be attached to the Bambu Lab A1 printer. Just cut the cables and keep it aside. Next, carefully take out the upper part of the 3D printer, which is X and Z axis bracket pre-assembled along with the nozzle. Next, take the base part of the 3D printer. Please be careful when you take out the base part of the 3D printer. We should not disturb the heat bed. On the side, we can see filament insert tube, which can be attached to the hot end. On the back side of the protective sponge, we can find the power cord. And also, we can see the hoop chute holder, which is attached to the back side of the protective sponge. In the other protective sponge, we can find the small package. And there is a small quantity of sample filament comes along with the package. In the small package, we can see small screws which is used to assemble the 3D printer. Along with screws, we can also find Allen keys, grease, oils and nozzle cleaning needle. Also, inside the small package, we can see few more screws, organizer and hot end cleaner and few more items. Now, we need to assemble the upper part of the 3D printer along with the base house of the 3D printer. Use scissor or pliers to cut the cable ties and remove the protective cardboard. Now, cut the cable ties from the base part. Carefully remove the protective sponge without disturbing the heat bed. After removing everything, assemble the base part of the printer as shown in the video. Everything should be in the alignment. Once it is assembled, now we need to use the screws. Move the heat bed to the front so that we can easily access the Y-axis rail. Now slowly remove the Y-axis rail cover. Use ST323 base housing screws. Here we can see the green marks where we need to insert the screws. Now insert the screws and use Allen key to tight. Make sure you are tightening the screw evenly. Do not apply too much pressure. After tightening the screws, move the heat bed to the back so that we can screw the front side. Here, insert the two screws as marked in the green place and then use Allen key to tight here as well. After tightening every screws, now use the Y-axis right cover to close it. Next, we need to complete the wire connection. For that, we need to access the bottom side of the 3D printer. Use any cardboard to place the 3D printer without damaging the wire connection. Now assemble the cable box at the bottom of the printer and make sure you insert the Type-C cable in the slot. Once it is assembled, now use an Allen key to tighten the screw and fix it. Now connect the cables marked in green and white along with their respective ports. Now connect the cable marked in yellow. Insert the cable into the cable slot as shown in the video. Then assemble it with the slot which is marked in yellow. Now rotate the printer into its original position. Now we can install the purge wiper. Assemble the purge wiper into the X-axis beam as shown in the video and use M312 purge wiper screw. Next, attach the spool holder. Open the clip, attach it in the top side of the printer. Now connect the one end of the tube to the spool holder and another end of the tube to the hot end. Next, we can use cable organizer to organize the tube and the wire. Next, we need to remove the Z-axis stopper. Use an Allen key to remove the screws and remove these plastic parts. Now we can attach the power cord. You can find the slot in the back side of the printer. Now attach the magnetic print pad on top of the heat bed and make sure it is aligned properly. Now switch on the 3D printer. As you can see, it's on now. Next, click on the start button, select language and region. Next, connect to your Wi-Fi network. Next, Wi-Fi is connected. Login account we can skip, agree, skip. Next, click on the calibration start. Now it will start calibrating. In this calibration, it will check for motor vibrations and motor noise and so on. It will take 10 to 15 minutes to complete the calibration. Next, it will check for the bed leveling. Once the calibration is completed, we can now insert the filament. We can insert the filament till the hot end. Next, in the filament section, edit and select the correct filament. Next, we can load the filament. Once we select the load, it will heat the nozzle to load the filament. If we get a warning like filament is not detected, retry and then manually push the filament. Now the filament is loaded successfully. Here you can see the settings option. Right now I'm not going to change anything, and in the control section we can actually adjust the bed temperature, nozzle temperature and speed, everything. Bambu Lab A1 comes with some inbuilt designs that we can print. For starting, I am going to print this benchy model. Once the print has started, it will do some basic calibration and bed leveling. The printer will automatically do the calibration, bed leveling and the nozzle cleaning. Earlier, I was using Reality Ender 3 V2 3D printer. When compared to that, the Bambu Lab A1 printer is fast and efficient. As you can see, the print is now completed, and the quality of the print is decent and good. If you want any 3D printed parts, please reach out to me. Thanks for watching.